I'm Michael Fletcher. I've trained in martial arts for 40 years, 41 years now actually. My two sensei were Shogo Kuniba Soki and William H. Bill Price Soki, head of the Chikibukai and the Kunibahashi Thuryu. I've been taught majority of my groundwork by Bill Price Sensei. And the takedowns, the things that we teach law enforcement, and this is for law enforcement, by the way, is my information has gotten mainly from him. There have been some other people that have had some influence on me in that area, but most of them have been law enforcement officers. But my martial art training, and that's where defensive tactics comes from, is from the martial art world. That's what we're going to be talking about. Law enforcement officers are not MMA people. They're not MMA fighters. They're not jiu-jitsu fighters. They are law enforcement. Your job is to get control of the situation, get control of the person, get them safe in handcuffs. You get safe home. That's the whole deal. It's not about getting into a fight on the ground. It's not about getting in a wrestling match on the ground. It's about getting them in the position to where you can handcuff them, get them under control, take them into processing, and you go home safe. That's what this is about. Ready? Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to do a shoot in. What's called, what I was taught was a shoot the cuff. We're going to shoot the cuff and we're going to go in. What makes this technique work from the beginning is when he throws a punch, I step in. Now I'm doing my regular 5-block one that you taught at the academies. But what I'm doing is I'm putting both of them together. So when the punch comes in, boom. Now what this is designed to do is to introduce his nose to the back of his head. When you don't do this correctly, or let me put it this way, when you do this correctly, you probably won't get to the next step. It's going to be done. He's assaulting a police officer. From what I understand, every police officer has a weapon in their hand. So there is a gun involved, whether he has it or whether I have it. There is a gun involved. So when his punch comes, his attack comes, I'm going in, boom. I'm hitting him. He may back up at the time, and I might have to step in order to do the shoot the cuff. But when I'm here, I've got to go up and then down. Don't do up, slide down. Up and then down. That's what my intent is. So when I'm here, now my distance, I'm going down here. Let the camera come over this way. My head has to be down, my neck. If my neck is up, if my head is up, he's going to be able to put me in a guillotine, a choke. I can't afford that. Now understand, all this is in a matter of 6 seconds. This whole thing I'm going to show you is about 6 seconds. For somebody experienced, inexperienced, I need my head down. Don't put your head up. They can put you in a choke. When you're putting pressure against this arm with your chin, now for him to get his hand in there, this is where we're hard time. You see? So when I straighten this out, the mistake here, behind the knees. And I want my head over here on this side. I don't want my head the same size as my knee to where I'm going to lose a tooth over here on it. I've got plenty of room here. So I want to get on the opposite side of where my knee is. So when I bring him around, my neck is against the thigh, pushing the thigh in. So I'm doing all this. So my arms are right behind the knee. And what I want to do is I want to land him straight. I don't want to land him at an angle because I can't see if there's a table or a wall or whatever else over there that I can crack his head on. I'm going to bring him this way. Now I'm going to reach for the floor. At the same time, I'm going to push with my hips. So I've got this leg grapevine. I'm locking this foot. So when I'm here, twist him around. I'm going to reach. I'm push with my hips. Now, this hand helps unfold him. Don't leave your hands back behind you. They're going to be stuck. As he's falling, bring this hand up. Go for this hand. I've got my hips down on this leg so where this leg is straight. This leg is bent. My arm is against his hips, throwing the hips here. My leg's up high here, so my kickstand. My elbow's pointing towards his chin. I'm looking to go for this leg. Don't leave your head up here. He can come to you, get in the eyes, hit you, whatever. His only weapon he has right now is this hand. If he brings this hand to me, I'm going for the wrist. I'm going to control the elbow. So I've got my 2 points. You always want to try and get 2 points if you can. So I'm going to pull the elbow in, push the arm. Okay. If he tries to push this arm down to me more, he can't. There's no push. There's nowhere he can go with this. This is easy now. So from here, keep my head down, go over the knee. Keep the elbow pointing towards his chin. I want to face his chin away from me. His only hand he's got left is that one. If he goes to hit me, I've still got my elbow. Don't let go of everything to take care of that one. Now you got to deal with both of them. Hold on to this one. Let your elbow take care of the other one. My elbow can also, play with him a little bit, hit him in the chin. If his hand is up here or his elbow is trying to hit me in the ribs, then in order for him to forget about that arm, I'm going to apply my elbow into a pressure to where now he wants to get that off his face. So rather than fight that arm, take all this away and try to fight that arm, I'm going to make him release the pressure by pushing my arm away. So while I'm doing this, as I'm moving my body up, this hand's going to come up under to do the key lock. So as he's pushing that arm, I'm coming up. As my legs come up, boom. As my legs finish, my hands are coming. That's what makes this work. Now, I've seen a lot of people do a Kimura in a different way, never the way that Bill Price Sensei's ever showed it. I've never seen anybody else do it that way. So it's a little different. So what I'm doing is I'm pulling this down. And what I'm doing is all on my wrist. You can see that I'm relaxed. I'm not way up here doing this. My elbow's barely coming off the floor. And his hip's coming up. My elbow is barely coming off the floor. When I do this technique right, that's the way it'll work. Now for law enforcement, I'm going to take this foot, come up. See where my knee is going straight to his head. It's caught between my elbow, and his head's caught between my elbow and my knee. I'm going to take my other leg, back off of it a little bit so he can roll. I'm going to let him roll. I'm going to do the key lock and tell him to come roll over when I want him to. I want you to roll on my command. You understand?
Yes, sir.
Roll now. I'm letting him do the work. Once I get to here, I'm going to change. Now to this point. I'm going to bring the hand around, keep the pressure going, come over. I'm on T3 at an angle, tight. My other leg is tight up against his ribs. This hand's on my lap. If he has a fist, I'll just simply turn, tell him, open his hand, open your hand. Come in this way, grab the fingers, follow this arm down, boom. So I got everything here. The reason this arm is here is if I'm doing this, all of a sudden he gets his hand free, and there's space between, right now he doesn't have it. If I move this knee over and there's space, he brings this leg up, this hand up, now he can push me over. If I leave this hand out, put this knee back into him, if I drop that hand, now he can't go between his ribs and my knee and between my legs. I drop the hand, I pick it back up, come to here. Start over again. Come back, get into here, get my cuffs. Make sure your cuffs are somewhere where you can get them with either hand. Okay. Let's get your cuffs on, boom. Once I have this one cuffed, I always cuff the one that I have control of. The hand I have control of. Cuff it, cuff is hanging. I tell him to put his other hand here. If he doesn't put it here, give it a little bit of torque, he'll come. If he doesn't come, grab it over this way, pull it up. Once it's there, push this one down a little bit. If I push this down, I can still apply the pressure. So I still have control. So now I cuff him up, boom. Roll him over, give him a quick pat down. What he has on him, what he doesn't. Make sure you go behind, inside the belt, the pants. Check for a hidden cuff key. Roll him over the other way. Do a quick pat. Roll him back over again. Tell him to sit on your butt. Now stand up. Don't lift him up. Hurt your back. Pull your back down. Now take him away. If you have any questions, call me. 540-433-7300.